Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to never miss a video from testbook.com.
All right, so welcome to Testbook Gate channel. A very welcome to all of you, my dear. बहुत बहुत वेलकम है आप लोगों का बेटा. सो इन टुडेज सेशन बेटा आज से हम लोग हमारे चैनल पे बेटा स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं गेट सीरीज. ठीक है, हमारे कुछ सब्जेक्ट बेटा ऑलरेडी रनिंग में हैं. नाउ वी टुडे फ्रॉम दिस टाइमिंग गोइंग टू स्टार्ट द डिज़ाइन सब्जेक्ट. डिज़ाइन सब्जेक्ट्स को बेटा अब हम स्टार्ट करेंगे. ठीक है, अब हम क्या करने वाले हैं, डिज़ाइन सब्जेक्ट्स को स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं. सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बेटा, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो बेसिकली फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल मैं आप लोगों को फिर से वेलकम करता हूँ बेटा ऑन द testbook.com. ठीक है, गेट चैनल पे आप लोगों का फिर से वेलकम है. सो बेटा इन दिस सेशन व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डू, वी आर गोइंग टू स्टार्ट विद द डिज़ाइन सब्जेक्ट. हम डिज़ाइन सब्जेक्ट्स को स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं और पूरा तरीके से फ्री, मतलब नो चार्ज. इट इज ऑन यूट्यूब एंड इन दिस बेटा इन दिस सेक्शन वी विल बी मीटिंग एवरी अल्टरनेट डे. हम हर अल्टरनेट डे मिल करके बेटा वी आर गोइंग टू गो थ्रू very beautiful concepts of mechanical engineering, specifically design subjects. So already बेटा चैनल पे, यूट्यूब चैनल पे कई सारे सब्जेक्ट ऑलरेडी स्टार्ट हो चुके हैं. आई होप आप लोग उनको भी देख रहे होंगे. सो आज से बेटा हम लोग बात करेंगे डिज़ाइन सब्जेक्ट की. तो इन टुडेज सेशन बेटा विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट द स्ट्रैटेजी. व्हाट शुड बी द परफेक्ट स्ट्रैटेजी, क्या सिलेबस है, किस तरीके से अप्रोच करना है डिज़ाइन सब्जेक्ट्स को, तो थोड़ा उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. बट बिफोर दैट लेट मी इंट्रोड्यूस माई सेल्फ. सो माई नेम इज़ उमाशंकर त्रिपाठी. मेरा नाम उमाशंकर त्रिपाठी है एंड दीज आर फ्यू क्रेडेंशियल ऑफ माइंड. तो मैंने थोड़े से अपने क्रेडेंशियल्स यहाँ पे लिखे हुए हैं सो दैट यू कैन कम टू नो कि ठीक है भाई जिससे बात कर रहे हो तो हु इज ही. ठीक है, सो दिस इज समथिंग अबाउट मी बेटा, दिस इज समथिंग अबाउट मी. ठीक है, so presently I am a research scholar at Indian Institute of Technology रुड़की. रिसर्च स्कॉलर का मतलब जिसको आप सामान्य भाषा में PhD करना कहते हो. ठीक है, so I am almost completing my PhD but due to this corona we know how the things are, right? Secondly, I have completed my MTech from IIT रुड़की self. ठीक है, मैंने MTech IIT रुड़की से ही किया हुआ है. ठीक है, as far as the GATE is concerned, GATE में मैंने 2 बार लिखा था. ठीक है, एक बार मेरे 76 मार्क्स थे और एक बार मेरे 65 मार्क्स थे. ठीक है, गेट 2014 एंड 15 में. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट बेटा, गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. तो मेरी ऑल इंडिया रैंक बेटा 2 बार आई थी. एक बार आई थी 643 एंड एक बार आई थी 960. ओके, so before myself writing the GATE examination I was into this field of competitive teaching. ठीक है, competitive teaching में था. Good afternoon Jay, very good afternoon my dear. So from 9 years I have been into this profession where I am mentoring students. ठीक है, स्टूडेंट्स को मेंटर कर रहा हूँ. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को ऑलरेडी मेंटर किया है. ठीक है, सो बिफोर एंड along with this teaching I was into some industry. So I hope you heard the name of it. ठीक है, Bharat Heavy Electricals Limited. So I worked there for a span of mostly 3 years and there only I started my teaching career and switched for परसुइंग हायर एजुकेशन. ठीक है, हायर एजुकेशन करने के लिए फिर मैं वहाँ से अपना बाहर आ गया. ठीक है बेटा, ठीक है. सो जाहिर सी बात है ये सब करने के लिए ये तो करना ही पड़ा होगा, बीटेक. ठीक है, सो आई हैव डन माय बीटेक फ्रॉम अ वेरी नॉर्मल कॉलेज ऑफ लखनऊ, प्राइवेट कॉलेज से आई हैव कंप्लीटेड माय बीटेक. ठीक है, अभी यूनिवर्सिटी है, उस समय कॉलेज हुआ करता था. ठीक है, सो प्राइवेट यूनिवर्सिटी से बेटा मैंने बीटेक किया है और बीटेक से पहले मैंने डिप्लोमा किया है. ठीक है, बीटेक से पहले मैंने डिप्लोमा किया है. So on the basis of these, ठीक है, on the basis of my education and my experience, I am going to guide you with the design subjects on this very good YouTube channel. I hope you have subscribed it. ठीक है, एक बस रिक्वेस्ट है बेटा, एक बस रिक्वेस्ट है that you have to subscribe the channel. आपको चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना होगा. ठीक है, इस रिक्वेस्ट को जरूर प्लीज मानिएगा. ठीक है, प्लीज मानिएगा. ठीक है, सो बेटा लेट्स कम टू द पॉइंट विदाउट वेस्टिंग योर टाइम. सो दिस इज वाज द ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन अबाउट मी. ठीक है, सो नाउ बेटा व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू डू इन दिस सेशन. इस सेशन में व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू टॉक अबाउट, सो वी आर गोइंग टू हैव अ ओवरव्यू. ठीक है, हम ओवरव्यू लेंगे. ठीक है, विल हैव अ ओवरव्यू ऑन द डिजाइन सब्जेक्ट्स। ठीक है, डिजाइन सब्जेक्ट्स का एक ओवरव्यू लेंगे कि किस तरीके से क्वेश्चंस पूछे जाते हैं, किस तरीके से हमें पढ़ाई करना चाहिए। Jed no, Storm is taken by another sir. He's a very good sir, so he's taking the theory, strength of material. So I'll be dealing with the theory of machine. ठीक है, theory of machine पे मैं deal करूँगा. ठीक है, and also, so we are in this session we are going to have a brief overview on the design subject, and from the next session we are going to talk about the topics. Next session से we will pick the topic one by one. हर topic को पकड़ेंगे, ठीक है, और हर topic के concepts को समझेंगे, उसके ऊपर questions करने की कोशिश करेंगे, right? ठीक है, तो ये हम करने जा रहे हैं बेटा यहाँ पे। ठीक है, तो आज के सेशन में बेटा we will have the brief overview of the syllabus, the strategy, what is the right thing to do for this subject and what not. So beta, as I said, so before let me starting with, ठीक है, इससे स्टार्ट करने से पहले ऐसा ही सेट बेटा देखिए, यूट्यूब हमारे चैनल पे बहुत सारे सब्जेक्ट स्टार्ट हो चुके हैं। थर्मोडायनामिक्स स्टार्ट हो चुका है, एचएमटी स्टार्ट हो चुका है, फ्लूइड मैकेनिक्स स्टार्ट हो चुका है, स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल स्टार्ट हो चुका है, और आज से बेटा हम लोग थ्योरी ऑफ मशीन को भी स्टार्ट करने वाले हैं। जब मैं डिज़ाइन सब्जेक्ट की बात करता हूँ तो मेजरली आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट द थ्योरी ऑफ मशीन। ठीक है, थ्योरी ऑफ मशीन की मैं बात कर रहा होता हूँ। ठीक है, सो बेटा बिफोर मूविंग अहेड, पहले तो आप लोग बिल्कुल चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करना, ठीक है, क्योंकि बहुत अच्छा अच्छा सब मिल रहा है, फ्री में मिल रहा है। ठीक है, अपॉर्चुनिटी छोड़ना नहीं होता है। एग्जामिनेशन इज़ वेरी टफ, बहुत टफ एग्जामिनेशन है। सेकेंडली बेटा ऑन द टेस्टबुक.com गेट 2022 का लाइव कोचिंग स्टार्ट हो चुका है। ठीक है, और वहाँ पे बहुत अच्छे पेस में चीज़ें आगे बढ़ रही हैं। ठीक है, सो बेटा उसके लिए आपको मैं एक स्लाइड दिखाता हूँ। ठीक है, यू कैन टेक अ नोट ऑफ इट, आप इसका नोट ले सकते हैं एंड डू विजिट देयर। एक बार आइए, वहाँ पर भी डेमोस सेशन चल रहे हैं, वहाँ पे स्ट्रेंथ ऑफ मटेरियल फ्री में पढ़ाया जा रहा है। सो देयर ऑल्सो यू कैन कम ऑन द चैनल, ऑन द वेबसाइट एंड ऑन द ऐप, एंड देयर ऑल्सो यू कैन ज्वाइन। ठीक है, सो बेटा यहाँ पे आप टेस्टबुक.com पे जा करके आप यहाँ पे जा करके एक बार देख सकते हैं। ठीक है, कि क्या हो रहा है क्या नहीं हो रहा है, एंड वी कैन हैव द प्रॉपर चैनल विल बी स्टार्टिंग। ठीक है, विल बी स्टार्टिंग। तो यूट्यूब पे क्या है बेटा कि हमको, oh Vishnu, okay, I'll speak in English then. Okay, so what I'm saying, my dear, what I'm saying that we can also check the testbook.com website and the app also. There we already have started GATE ME 2022 live coaching, and the difference is, see my dear, the difference is, see, so many subjects are getting started on the YouTube channel also, but on the website and the app the things will be a little bit different. थोड़ा सा difference होगा, there will be, the things will be little bit different. How it will be different? Because there we have a particular way of approach. ठीक है, there after the session you will get the practice set, you will get to do the quizzes, there will be a direct interaction between us. ठीक है, there will be a 100% technical support to you, 100% support. There is a team, a very good team for you. Okay, all are qualified, experienced teacher, right? So you can try it once. Now let's come to the point now. Point पे आते, ठीक है? So let's begin again. So in this session, I am going to give you a brief overview about design subjects, and from, as I said, from the next sessions, I think day after tomorrow on the same time, we'll be starting topic by topic, one by one we'll start, and we'll explore each and every topic with the questions and with the concept. Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. So now what is the syllabus? First of all, let us have a look at the syllabus. ठीक है, सबसे पहले थोड़ा सा syllabus पे look करते हैं, और देखो मेरी फोटो बीच में आ गया है, so I'll have to shut my profile down. So देखो पढ़ो, let's read it, because it is more important to see this rather than watching me. No, the syllabus, right? Good afternoon, AM. Hello. So now we can have a look at the syllabus. So when we talk about this design subject, so this is the subjects I am going to deal in. Okay, in subjects को I'll be dealing with you. So what is the syllabus of theory of machine? What is the syllabus of theory of machine? See, my dear, whenever we are approaching an examination, it is very, very important. It is very, very important. It is very, very important that we understand the syllabus well. Otherwise, see, competition is a different business. देखो पहले एक बार इसको पढ़ो और मेरी एक बात सुनना. Please try to listen to me once. So competition is slightly a different business. Okay. So when we talk about this competition, I tell you what. So before starting, I'll give you something. So competition approach should be different. Always remember, approach should not be the same. Should not be same as of semesters. Okay, so we have semesters also. We all are qualifying the semesters well, I hope. Okay, long time. So we met before. Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Okay, so in the competition, approach should not be same as of the semester. Please try to recognize this. So if you follow the same approach as we follow in the semester, you are not going to get good marks in the competition. So how you can say that? So I can say so on the basis of as I said, from my qualifications and from my experience of qualifying, particularly this GATE examination. So I tell you one thing. So in my BTech, in my BTech, so this is not to demotivate you. Just listen. Just a story. Okay, I never believed that engineers require motivation to study. If you are here, if you are watching this video, you yourself is motivated. Okay, if you are on this Testbook.com, on this Testbook Gate channel, I feel you are already motivated. Okay, now I just share a bit of story, then we'll move to the point. So I have completed my BTech with this much percentage of marks. Okay, this much percentage. This was my BTech percentage. Okay, so obviously this is the percentage of below moderate student, below average student, isn't it? 65.66% below average student. But as far as the competition is concerned, because see, I was from a private college, so we know the scenario of the jobs in mechanical engineering. Okay, so when we know the scenario of the jobs, okay, so it is very, very tough competition and it is growing day by day. So that time also the competition was tough, and when you are from a mediocre university or a college, you know the condition of the placement. There is nothing hidden from you. Is it or isn't it? Okay, so the placement was so fantastic. You are getting my point. So at the end of the semester, I was wondering that what to do next. Okay, I hope you guys also might be feeling the same way. Many of you, 80-90% of the students must be in this dilemma. That's what to do next. What to do next. Okay, what to do next. Now, I tell you what, so after BTech my placement was no placement, nothing. Okay, so when no placement and nothing, so after BTech, so when we are during BTech, we do not feel that much pressure, mostly up to the third year. But when we started the fourth year or when we are in our last semester, there is lot of pressure. Okay, there is lot of pressure on us that what to do the next, isn't it? Now, when these things come, the only rescue is go for it. Okay, go for it. So back then when I completed my BTech, the PSU were not recruiting through GATE examination. They started recruiting from the GATE examination mostly from 2012 and 13. Before that, the PSUs were outside the GATE examination. So I tell you, I qualified BHEL, I qualified HPCL, I qualified BPCL. I also failed in some examination. To be truthful, I failed in Steel Authority India Limited. I failed in RRB JEE. Okay, so some examination I failed also. It is not like that every examination I have given, I have passed. But some examination I passed. Okay, and I joined the BHL examination. BHL. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you, so see how I was able to do it. See, when you start the preparation, जब हम preparation start करते हैं, there are so many questions in our mind कि कैसे करना है, क्या नहीं करना है. ठीक है, there are so many people who are demotivating you as well. You go in your go to your friends, 90% of your class and some of the teachers unfortunately also in the colleges, they also say that it is very tough. Gate is a tough examination, right? They will quote themselves, "Arey, I was preparing for 3 years. I was not able to do it. How will you be able to do it? It is very tough examination. It is very tough examination." Okay, so yes, true, it is a tough examination. Like, but human beings are only qualifying it, na. लोग ही तो qualify कर रहा है. Is it or isn't it? Is it or isn't it? Or some incarnation of God is coming out for this paper. That it is so tough, only some incarnation of a God will come out to crack this examination. So yes, it is true. Yes, it is. It is true that this is a tough examination. So we agree to it. You must also agree to it. Okay, but the thing is, we have a defined syllabus. We have a defined syllabus of each and every subject. Okay. Now, if we study, now very simply, if I say out of everything, very simply, if we complete this properly, and we know the questions are going to come, the questions we very well know, the questions are going to come from this defined syllabus only. Is it or isn't it? Or are they going to ask it from any other source? No, there is a defined syllabus, there is a well-defined syllabus. They are going to ask you questions from this syllabus only. Now, if you complete this properly, I would say certainly there is no stopping you. Nobody can stop you. There is nobody stopping you. Sir, how can you say it? Because I was no topper in my semesters. I know it personally. It is my personal experience. I will not lie to you. This is my personal experience. Okay? This is my personal experience that when you start doing the effort, definitely things will come out to be good. ठीक है, चीजें ठीक हो जाता है. ठीक है, now how to go for this syllabus? ठीक है, कैसे इस syllabus को पढ़ें? So this is not the semester. So see, I tell you one basic difference between semester and the competition. So if you agree to me, do say yes on the chat box. Okay, if you agree to me, do say yes to the chat box also. So in the semesters, what happened? In the semester, my dear, what happens? In the semesters, what happened? We study the subjects. Okay, we study our subjects. We go and vomit it out once in the examinations. For example, let's say tomorrow we are having the fluid mechanics examination. So we are learning fluid mechanics, learning solve paper, last year paper, previous year papers. Okay, important questions, asking the teachers. Everything we are doing, and we are doing for fluid mechanics only. There is no talk about any other subject. We are not learning any other subject, industrial engineering, production. We are not learning anything else. We are just learning the fluid mechanics. Okay? And the next day we go to the examination, we learn everything, and there is like some shock or something, we will vomit everything out. No matter what the question examiner is asking, we will write only the things we know. Do we do like that or not? I was used to do in fluid mechanics. I tell you, Pranshu sir is teaching very well on the YouTube channel. Please go and watch that also. So, beta, होता क्या था? मैं fluid mechanics का question. If I have any fluid mechanics question, I tell you at that point of time, I used to do two things. Firstly, given data, then we know that Bernoulli equation. And if I don't know anything, I'll write the question itself many times. And still we get 33 marks, 35 marks, 50 marks, and we are very happy. Okay, we passed the semesters, we are ER dot now. Okay, so many of us are putting this behind our Facebook profile, no? ER dot, right? Right, so now please understand this. In competition, it is not the thing. In competition, it is not the thing. Why it is not the thing? Because you have in 3 hours, you must have information of all 15 to 16 subjects of mechanical engineering. If I relate with the semesters, so here in the teaching we do like fluid mechanics, fluid machinery are taught at once, but in semester there are two subjects taught in different semester, isn't it? So if I relate with the subjects of the semester, you will get to see 15 to 16 subjects of mechanical engineering. आपको 15 से 16 सब्जेक्ट मिलेंगे भाई, ठीक है? 15 to 16 subjects of mechanical engineering. Now what you have to do, you have to have the information of all these subjects, and you have to process your mind. Like in the gate examination, it is now computer based, we know. So in the examination what happens, we go and we see the computer, and every time we shift for the next question, a question of a different subject is coming out too. Okay, दूसरे subject का question आ गया. Okay, we get to have the question of the next subject. पहला question it is of theory of machine, that question is solved. Okay, so just after completing one question, you have to process your mind in a way that your mind is capable of switching from one domain to another domain. Let's say one question you are doing of maths, the next question is coming out of industrial engineering. Theoretical question, no relation between them. One question of linear programming, another question of metal cutting. So you have to process your mind in a way that you can switch between concepts very quickly. When you, I tell you what, when you be able to train your mind in that way, definitely 50% war is won. Now the question is, सर हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू डू इट, कैसे करेंगे सर? ऐसा आपने बोल तो दिया, ये पता तो सबको है, लेकिन करना नहीं आता, सो करते नहीं है, करेंगे कैसे? तो करने के लिए बेटा कोई शॉर्टकट नहीं. वेरी फ्रेंकली आई एम टेलिंग यू. ओके, दोस्त आर नोइंग मी, ठीक है? आई थिंक सम ऑफ यू हैव नोन मी फ्रॉम बिफोर. सो बेटा जो मुझे जानते हो ये बात जानते हैं, आई एम अ वेरी ब्लंटली ऑनेस्ट मैन, ठीक है? मैं बहुत ऑनेस्टी से पढ़ाता हूँ. ओके, नाउ आई टेल यू what, there is no shortcut of it. Sir, how will we able to process our mind that way? So we have to do this. Okay, we have to do this. After study, we have to make notes. Right? We have to make notes. After making notes, we have to practice. We have to practice questions. Okay, then we have to do it again. Then we make improvisation in the notes. Okay, improvisation. When you practice questions, some new concept will come. That definitely you are going to forget if you do not practice them again. Okay, अगर आप उनको practice नहीं करोगे, if you are not practicing them, you are going to forget it. Okay, you are going to forget it. So while you are making notes, the making of notes is very important. Some people are very much bothered about their writing only. That's we should write the correct English. We should make very good, beautiful notes. The figures should be very good. Okay, so that is not the approach, I think, because the notes you should make, if you are understanding your notes, we are very well within the limits. ठीक है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. अगर आप अपने नोट्स को समझ पा रहे हैं तो all things are good. Okay, so whatever notes you are making, you should be able to understand them at all point of time. So for that it is very important that you practice question, and in some questions, so in some question you will get some good concepts again. So I have one more observation on it. So if you are doing a question of very first time, and you see, so people are losing marks in the examination for mostly two reasons. Firstly, they do not know the concept or formula at all. Secondly, they are making the silly mistakes. Right? silly mistakes. So very huge portion of the marks of the student, very very good students, they are not able to get good rank or good marks in the gate examination because of the silly mistakes. Okay, so what I suggest to you, that while you make the notes, my dear, when you make the notes, always write it back. Always write it back when you are practicing the questions, because what I have observed is, see, when you see a particular sort of a question and let's say you have made some mistake while solving it, you know the core of the question but still you have made some mistake in that. Okay, now if you have make a mistake in that and you leave that question and you do it after 2.5 or 3 months, okay, you will mostly see that you made mistake again at the same place. ठीक है, अपनी गलतियां सुधारना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. ठीक है, विष्णु, machine design can be read by Bhandari. There is a book of Bhandari sir. Okay, you can go for it, and that is a good book for machine design, right? ठीक है. Although machine design Bhandari is a good book, okay, but if you do not have it, there is actually no need of that also. I'll come to it. So as Vishnu has quoted, so machine design. So see, when we talk about machine design, so let me conclude that point also. So what I am trying to say, so when you make a mistake in a question and you go back doing the same question after few months, you will find yourself making the mistake at the same place again. Okay, so it is very very necessary that you make important observation, important notes, important things that you get from the practice question, you write them back in your notes, right? Now talking about this machine design, as Vishnu has asked me the doubt, so see, when you see it from the book, what happens? We can study it from the book, but what I suggest you, so when we study machine design, we also have a data book, right? We also have a data book, right? Now, any book which is written for machine design is not particularly for gate examination, right? Any book is not written just for gate examination, right? So when you see it from the book, the approach in which the book is going ahead or the book follows is, they are assuming that you are having a data book with you. But in gate examination, will they provide you data book? In semester, mostly universities allow you to carry the data book, right? In gate, no data book. Okay, in gate, no. गेट एग्जामिनेशन में ये हमें प्रोवाइड नहीं होती, डाटा बुक इज नॉट प्रोवाइडेड इन द गेट एग्जामिनेशन. सो माय सजेशन टू यू इज, व्हेन यू रीड द मशीन डिजाइन, be very careful what to study and what not to study. Getting my point, beta? Now this is also very important aspect of a competition. Okay, what to study, what not to study. What happens sometimes, what we do, we study the whole thing. Okay, we study what is not necessary to us. So this is very harmful, I would say. This is very harmful, because in a way you are exhausting your capacity of mind. Okay, if you are studying which is not expected or not required, it is going to be very harmful to you. Instead of helping you in the examination, it will fill up your mind and you will get more confusion. For instance, I will tell you what. So if a machine design question you see in the gate examination and you have studied very well, you even have memorized the formula given in the data book also, and you applied that. So what will happen? Are you going to get extra marks? No. You are going to get 0 marks, because in examination the questions of the GATE paper are like that, in which you are not expected to use the formulas given there in data book. Just a few can be memorized, few can be used. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to say, when you study the machine design or any subject, for example, so you must be very careful about what to study, what not to study. If you study what not to study, definitely your mind will going to be filled up with unnecessary things, and at the examination when you have to process the right information, it is a game of processing the right information at the right time. ठीक है, राइट टाइम पे राइट इंफॉर्मेशन प्रोसेस करेंगे तो इट विल बी बेनिफिशियल टू अस. ओके, नाउ फॉर दिस हाउ वी आर हियर टू हेल्प यू, हाउ वी आर गोइंग टू हेल्प यू. सो बेटा, वी आर गोइंग टू सी ईच एंड एवरी टॉपिक. Each and every topic will be discussed. Each and every topic will be discussed, okay, and will be discussed, and questions will be done. So we are starting this series for 3 months. So we are going to do it for the next 3 months. So it is definitely going to boost your preparation, because whatever concept we are going to see, so we will be following this approach. We will be going for questions. We will be going for questions. Okay, we will be going for questions, as well as we will be seeing the very important concepts. We will be seeing the concepts through which the most questions are coming. So we are going to see mostly everything of the subjects in the span of this 3 months. We'll be having 1.5 hour, 1 to 1.5 hour session, okay, for each topic. Okay, just for example, so as I said, beta, so there is a syllabus we were discussing. Okay, so this is the official syllabus of GATE 2021. So 2022 is not yet released. So we are following the same. Okay, so here is a bit analysis of it. So if you see the analysis, if you see this analysis, my dear, if you see this analysis, so here there is a small analysis I have done. Okay, again I have to shut down my video profile. Okay, so now when we see this, so here these are the detailed topic of theory of machine as per the syllabus. Okay, displacement analysis of plane mechanism. Okay, so what we are going to do in there, what happens in there, what is there in that, क्या होता है इसमें, what is there, क्या होता है इसमें, हाँ. So I hope we must have gone through this theory of machine in the semesters and all. हमने semesters वगैरह में कभी देखा होगा. Or if we are approaching for the GATE examination, definitely we would have an overview of it. Now, can you tell me, this is the official syllabus, so displacement and analysis of plane mechanism, what chapters are involved? So we follow this pattern. We are going to follow this pattern, simple mechanism. We'll start with the simple mechanisms topic. In this topic, furthermore, we are going to see in the upcoming sessions that what is the link, how a mechanism is formed, how pairs are formed, what is the difference of mechanism and machine, right. So we'll be finding the answers to some of these questions. What are the different inversions? We will be analyzing these inversions. Okay, we'll be seeing the Gyroscope law. We will be seeing the Grubler criteria. How Grubler criteria is different from the Kuchback criteria. We are going to see the degree of freedom. So many questions they are asking. In so many years. So this is the data I have collected from the previous year GATE examination, because GATE is happening from last so many years. So this is the data for mostly 30 years of GATE examination. So I have taken the average of it. Okay, I have taken an average of it. So sometimes, like from the chapter number 1, the simple mechanism, degree of freedom, Bischoff law, quick return motion. From these, the question they sometimes are asking for 2 marks, for 1 marks. Mostly, you can say if you take average of it, you are getting this much average. So we can say the weightage of it is somewhere near 1. Okay, but sometimes it come out to be 2 also. Okay, a degree of freedom question may come, a simple theory question may come, match the following question may come, any question like that may come. Now the second topic is velocity and acceleration analysis. So in velocity and acceleration analysis, what topics we are going to see? Velocity analysis. So in velocity analysis we are going to deal with, we are going to deal with eye center, instantaneous center. हम instantaneous center की बात करने वाले हैं. We are going to talk about this. We are going to talk about Kennedy theorem. Okay, to locate the eye centers. Okay, to locate the eye center. Getting my point. We are going to have a brief discussion on this also, relative velocity method. Why is a brief discussion? Because sir, it is mostly a graphical technique. Sir, we know instantaneous center is also a graphical technique. Then when we come in the upcoming sessions of this, we will get to know that from instantaneous center method, we will be solving so many questions in the sessions. Okay, in the YouTube only, just for free for you, just to help you. Even if you have joined some full-time course also, you may come to the channel. Okay, you may come to the channel and get the benefit out of it. Okay, get the benefit out of it. So this is highly recommended. Okay, I would recommend you the same. Okay, now in relative velocity methods and instantaneous center is also graphical method. We know, we have gone through it in the semester. So yes, I know it is a graphical method, but in the GATE exam, that is the beauty of GATE. In graphical method, you won't have to pick up a pencil or a scale or a protector or a D or anything. Any geometrical instrument you don't have to pick. You wouldn't have to pick any one of it. But for that, practicing question is required. That is why I am telling you that, or particularly in this subject, in the theory of machine, particularly in this subject, it is a very technical subject, beta. It is a very technical, very beautiful subject. Okay, you get to know many things. Trust me on that. Okay, आपको बहुत चीजें देखने को मिलने वाला है, यहाँ पे. ठीक है. So velocity analysis, eye center, Kennedy theorem we are going to see, relative velocity method we are going to see in that session. Relative velocity method we are not going to see in much extent. Okay, because mostly the question gets solved by the instantaneous center, but we will have some preliminary information about this method also. Now acceleration, so we'll be talking about the components of acceleration, and not to say we'll be solving many questions. Okay, we'll be solving many questions. Okay, because the concept, as I said, we get from the question like this. I said na, practice, when we practice good question, definitely concept will be built up. Okay, you just read the concept, do not apply it, it will not going to work for you. Trust me. As much as question you do, you are going to get so much benefit out of it. So we are going to talk about the components of acceleration sorry, in the coming sessions. Okay, component of acceleration we'll be talking about. Okay, tangential. What are the components? Tangential component is there, radial is there. Okay, radial is there, Coriolis component of acceleration is there. So we will have to combine them also. When we combine it, then what will happen? We are going to see that also. Getting my point, beta? Getting my point. So after then we are going to see what other topics are there. So this velocity and acceleration analysis, so you see the weightage of it. From the last few years, it has been asked for, if we take average, so this is the average. I do not have also neutralize the decimals. Okay, so somewhere weightage is 2 marks. So overall theory of machine is coming in how much marks? Overall theory of machine is coming in how much marks? So we know theory of machine. So gate structure, gate paper structure we know. So almost you say 9 to 12 marks. 9 to 12 marks every year with plus minus few percentage of error. Every year they are asking you this subject out of these marks, and not to mention you beta, these 9 to 12 marks, if you want to be at a good place, this 9 to 10 marks are going to play a huge role. ठीक है, बहुत बड़ा रोल है इनका, huge role is there, huge role is there my dear. Okay. Okay, so when we talk about the component of acceleration, okay, so we'll be combining all the accelerations, okay, all the acceleration. Then we'll move to the dynamic analysis, okay, dynamic analysis. So in dynamic analysis, before that we'll do the kinematic analysis of all, kinematic and dynamic analysis. So sir, in the syllabus it is written for the linkage. Okay, linkage is what sir? Linkage is mechanisms only. Okay, so we'll be doing it for single slider crank mechanism. Okay, we'll be doing it for single slider crank mechanism. Okay, and after it we'll be entering into a beautiful zone of flywheel. We'll see why flywheel is required, what is the use of it, from where the idea has come to use of flywheel, and how it helps you, and how it is going to help you out, in your power transmission. So when we talk about the theory of machine subject, we are very much interested in the input and output. So this is something which is going to affect your output and in a way refine it. ठीक है, फिर फ्लाईव्हील की बात होगा, तो ये फ्लाईव्हील, काइनेमेटिक, डायनामिक एनालिसिस, ठीक है, ये सब देखो, देखो कितने का आता है, देखो 2 नंबर के करीब, ठीक है, यहाँ भी है, ठीक है, गवर्नर फ्लाईव्हील को भी साथ में कंबाइन किया हुआ है. Getting my point? So very important topic. So we'll be doing so many questions. Similarly, camps in which in this. So obviously, when I say what not to study, now please tell me or please think about it. So when we see the camps in the semester, there is something known as camp profile. कुछ camp profile जैसा होता है कि नहीं होता? Camp profile बनाना पड़ता है, खूब लंबा. Now tell me, एक बात सोचिए, for gate examination, if we go and learn how to make the camp profile, so will it be useful? So this is what I mean by the unnecessary information we sometimes attain, what not to study. So how to make the camp profile, it is not necessary to study. Okay, we should avoid it. So what to study then sir in that? So we will study in camps about the terminology, the types and numericals which can be asked, formula based, which can be asked in the examination. Okay, which can be asked in the examination. Obviously nobody is going to ask you to make the camp profile. Now gear and gear trains, very important topic. So this is common in MD and TOM. This topic is common in both machine design and theory of machine. Okay. So in machine design and theory of machine, so you will see almost every year there is one question of this gear, at least. Okay, one question mostly they are asking from this topic. So in gears we are going to see a lot many things. ठीक है, हम gears में बेटा बात करेंगे, समझेंगे इसको, क्या है gears, okay, what is the gear, how it works, what is the minimum number of teeth required, requirement क्या है, ठीक है. Alright, interference, how to avoid the interference, what is the law of gearing, what is the terminology, right my dear. right, my dear? So we are going to see a lot many things in this also, and this will be followed by the gear trains. Okay, so what are the different types of gear trains, if I may ask you? बताइए, what are the different types of gear trains, if I may ask you? If I may ask you, what are the different types of gear trains? So the different types of gear trains obviously are, okay, simple gear train, compound gear train, we have epicyclic gear train. So these are few types of gear trains. Okay, these are the few types of gear trains. Okay, so these gear trains we are going to deal in a good detail. Okay, in our coming lectures. Okay, and we'll be solving so many questions out of it. Alright, so gear and gear trains, then balancing. Okay, so this balancing governors. So if I say balancing, governor, and gyroscope. So these three topics were added in the syllabus of theory of machine from GATE 2016 onwards. Okay, GATE 2016 onwards, from GATE 2016 onwards, these topics have been added in the GATE examination, and from them they have asked a few questions. Almost every year they are asking at least one question out of these three. Okay, last year 2021 they had a question from governor. Okay, governor was not asked in 2016, 17, 18, 19, 20, but in 21 they have asked a question from the governor, right? Okay, so in these topics, beta, we will have to see it, because you see, so I consider these topics to be very important. Why so, sir? Because see, in the GATE examination, so being into IIT, I live in IIT, I know the nature of the professors, okay? So, beta, what they try to do, they do not try to frame a similar question which already been there in the previous years, okay? Okay, so all they try to do, they want to frame a new question, okay? They mostly try to frame a new question, that kind of a question was which was not asked before. Okay, but you see there is a limitation of the syllabus, because we have a fixed syllabus. They cannot go behind it or beyond it. Deputy, sound quality is not good. Okay, I'll check. I'll check. I'll check. I'll check, beta. I'll check. I'll check, my dear. Vishnu, I'll be taking the classes from 3:30 p.m. Okay, every alternate day, 3:30 p.m. Okay, so I'll be dealing with this subject, theory of machine. So theory of machine, 3:30 p.m. every other day, every alternate day. Alright, so like today I had a session with you guys. I am meeting you today. So the day after tomorrow we'll be meeting you again. Okay, and in the next session we'll be entering into, in the next session we'll be entering into this direct, we'll be entering into, from the next session we'll be entering into the core content. Okay, we'll be entering into the core content. Okay, so in today's session we are having an overview of the syllabus. Okay, and we are going to discuss a few strategy. Okay, so we'll be starting it every alternate day. So as I was speaking about this balancing governor and gyroscope, this is a very important topic, because see, as I said, in GATE examination, they are mostly trying to frame a new question, but the syllabus is fixed and the paper is happening from last 30-35 years. So they try to find new questions. Definitely there is a lot of scope lot of scope. There is a lot of scope for framing a question from the new topic, because previous to 2016 they do not have asked questions from these topic. Okay, so we will be in these topic. What we are going to do, so we are going to see the balancing. In balancing, we'll be seeing the balancing of rotating masses. So you would say, sir, we are attending the SOM also. There also we do the balancing. So how it is different here? How it is different here? Are they same? So we are doing the balancing of the masses or the forces. So here we are going to balance forces which cause वाइब्रेशन. हम उन फोर्सेस को बैलेंस करने वाले हैं और बैलेंस करने का अटेम्प्ट करेंगे जो कि वाइब्रेशंस कॉज करेगी. वी आर नॉट Vishnu, I'll be starting with theory of machine. Kishan will be starting with theory of machine. Machine design will be planned after that or maybe in between. Okay, we'll see to it. But as I said, I am starting with the design subject. So design subject firstly will go for theory of machine, because you see this machine design. When we talk about this machine design, so for this the prerequisite is strength of material. One should study SOM first. Alright, so you study SOM first, then we'll move to this. Okay, so there is a session of SOM happening on the channel. You go and watch that. Along with that, we'll be doing the TOM. Okay, so the information we attain from this will be helpful here. Okay, this theory of failure, this is, if you do not read the principal stress and strain, अगर आप प्रिंसिपल स्ट्रेस स्ट्रेन नहीं पढ़ोगे किशन भाई, ठीक है, तो ये नहीं पढ़ सकते आप. ठीक है, ये नहीं पढ़ सकते. अगर आपको थ्योरी ऑफ फेलियर्स नहीं पता है तो यू विल नॉट बी एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड बोल्टेड, वेल्डेड, रिवेटेड जॉइंट. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. अब जैसे टॉम, इफ वी टॉक अबाउट टॉम, दिस इज मोस्टली 90% विल बी कवर्ड इन टॉम ओनली. This will 90% be covered in TOM only. Springs will be 90% going to cover in theory of machine only. Okay, so after this theory of machine, we are going to start, or in between, if we see, so then we can start this machine design. All right, my dear. Okay, but for first we'll be completing SOM and TOM. Okay, strength of material is already been there. Now I am going to start with the theory of machine first. Okay, because without these subjects we cannot study machine design. And again, now if you study, now no sir, I want to study machine design before strength of material, then what? Then unnecessary effort. We are engineers. When we call ourselves engineers, तो what is expected from us? हमारा सबसे बड़ा धर्म क्या है? When we call ourselves engineers, we are engineers. So engineer के लिए सबसे important बात क्या है? What is the most important? Can you tell me? What is the most expected thing from the engineer? What is the basic of engineering? What is the most basic thing of engineering? बताइए. Vishnu, for gate purpose, Dr. Ratan, it's a very good book. Although R.S. Khulmi is also the copy of it, so if you have R.S. Khulmi, that is also well. So can you answer me, beta? I am answering your queries, so you must also answer mine. बताइए, what is the most expected thing from an engineer? बताइए क्या expected है कि engineer से? क्या धर्म है कि engineer का? What is the religion of an engineer? When we are engineers and when we are studying any subject, so what we should do? So we should give less, okay? Give less and get more. देने वाली चीजों को कम देना है, लेने वाली चीज को ज्यादा ले लेना है. Now if we start studying the machine design to understand the machine design without SOM to understand, Kishan, that is the skill only to give less and get more. देना कम है, पाना ज़्यादा है. जैसे अभी देखो, बिना कुछ दिए आपको कंटेंट मिल रहा है, ठीक है? Without giving anything, you are getting the content. Alright, so try to utilize it fully. Okay, now you understand this. If we start machine design first, so without strength of material, definitely we can read it. It is not like we cannot read it. If we want, we can do anything. No, I am being a PhD scholar. I can go and learn the medicines also. What not? Can't I? सब कुछ किया जा सकता है. The thing is, if it is necessary to you, जरूरी है. So if we do it after SOM, it will be easier for us to understand. If we do it after TOM, it will be easier for us to understand. Yes, Kishan. Right? So when we do in a proper sequence, when we do the things in proper sequence, definitely things is going to be coming in line. Because, so obviously, like the same manner, if I ask you, let's not do simple mechanism first and let's go to understand the velocity analysis. So definitely problems will come, because for understanding velocity analysis, for understanding the velocity analysis, for understanding the velocity analysis, simple mechanism are prerequisite. Similarly, for machine design, SOM is a prerequisite, right? Right. So I was talking about balancing. So in balancing, sir, in strength of material, we also doing the same thing. We are balancing, but there we are making all the forces we need to balance. Okay, but here we are only balancing the forces which cause vibration. Because, sir, if in an engine you balance the force of the crank, you are balancing the torque. So if the torque is balanced, if the output is balanced, there is no force at the output, are you going to get any torque out of it? No, we are not going to get any torque. ठीक है, हमें कोई torque मिलेगा ही नहीं. When we do not get any torque, so beta input output हमें मिल ही नहीं रहा. So the purpose of theory of machine is to deal with the input and output. ठीक है, हमें input and output के बीच में deal करना है, right? We need to deal between input and output. Getting my point, beta? So if you balance the output, you are not getting anything. Okay, so we'll be balancing the forces which cause vibration. Okay. Now we will move to then the topic of governor. So again, this is very important. Only one question is asked in the gate examination from the time it is added in the syllabus. But still, I'll consider it very important, because as I said that the professors of IIT want to put new questions. So definitely they have the opportunity to give you the question from these topics, because these topics are mostly not asked in the previous paper. So there is a lot of scope of making questions. So in governors, we'll be talking about the types of it. How one governor is different from the another. How to do the numericals. Okay. Okay. Then we will be seeing some definitions like what is sensitivity, hunting, isochronism, what is the controlling force diagram and all. Okay, and definitely we will be doing numericals from it. Okay, we are doing so many numericals from this topic. Okay, now in gyroscope, so they have been asking you questions sometimes from it. They have been asking you the questions sometimes from the gyroscope. Okay, gyroscope. So when we go to the gyroscope, okay, so we will be seeing the gyroscopic effect. We are not going to see gyroscope as a device. So gyroscope is basically a device. We are not interested in the device. We are not at all interested in the device. ठीक है? हम device में बिल्कुल interested नहीं हैं. We are not interested at all in the device. Okay? We are not at all interested in the device, but we are interested in the effect of the gyroscope. हमें gyroscope के effect में we are interested in the effect of the gyroscope. Getting my point, beta? We are interested in the effect of it. So we will be seeing the effect of the gyroscope on different bodies like airplanes, like shafts, like ships, like cars. So we are going to see the effect of gyroscopic couple and how it comes, right hand thumb rule and everything in the gyroscope. Alright. So this will, if we see the way the semester approaches, so this gyroscope from the last few years, this is a very topic which is coming. At least one question is coming after every year from balancing and gyroscope, you can see. So it is added from 2016, but still every other year and at least one question we can expect from these two topics. Okay, so here is the weightage of it. Now in this section, good evening Anshu, good evening my dear. So in this section we are going to see the vibrations also. हम vibrations भी देखेंगे. So along with theory of machine, vibrations will also be covered. ठीक है, theory of machine के साथ vibrations will also be covered. ठीक है. So vibration, I tell you certainly a question from 2 to 4 marks. Matlab, there may be 2 questions, there may be 1 question, but every time in every gate year you will find a question from vibration. So in the vibration we are going to talk about the natural vibration. We are going to do the examples of it, numericals of it. Every numerical will give you something. Okay, every numerical will give you something. Okay, damped natural vibration, after then we'll see, and we'll see the force damped vibration. Then we are going to see force damped vibration. Then we are going to see what is the meaning of critical speed, what is resonance, so many other things. Getting my point, beta? We are going to see so many other things. So every year, as I said, you can always find a question out of it. See, so many questions are there. If you see previous year gate questions of all years, if combined, if you see all combined years, so you will find 100 questions, more than 100 questions from vibration, more than 100 questions in last 30 years. So obviously in vibration they are asking you many questions. This year also they had a question, a year before that we have a question. Okay, so in this series we are going to cover theory of machine as well as the vibration. Okay, so let's give you a brief about the machine design syllabus also. So for this series that is going to start from day after tomorrow, we'll be starting with theory of machine. हम theory of machine से शुरुआत करेंगे. तो सर आप तो कह रहे थे सर design. So when I say design subject, so theory of machine, machine design and strength of material, all are included only. They are part of design only. In theory of machine, we are designing only. We are trying to find the velocities, we are trying to find the dimensions, we are trying to find the mass, we are trying to find the inertia. So all that, we are trying to find the number of teeth. So we are designing only. Right, beta? We are designing only. Now, so machine design, if I talk about, so here is a glimpse of it. Okay, here is a glimpse of it. So what is the syllabus? So what is the syllabus of machine design particularly if I talk about? So the syllabus of machine design, as you can read from here, the syllabus of machine design. So what is the syllabus? Design of static loading. So design of static loading is going to be covered. In strength of material. Okay, principal stress and strain. Theory of machine is what we call the design of static loading. Okay, failure theories. Okay, fatigue strength and the SN diagram. Okay, so fatigue strength, in which we talk about Soderbergh criteria, Goodman criteria, Gerber criteria. So many questions they are asking. Okay, principle of design elements such as bolted, riveted, welded joint, right? Shafts we are going to study in SOM. Okay, this will be also covered in SOM in the topic torsion. ठीक है, torsion equation, turning moment equations. Okay, gears 90% will be covered in TOM. 90% will be covered in TOM. Now, apart from these topic, what I say here, apart from the theory of failure, the part of the gear which is common to the theory of machine, the part of the shaft. So apart from this, the rest of the thing is dedicatedly will be taught under the head of machine design. Will dedicatedly be taught in the head of machine design. Getting my point? In the head of machine design. All right. In the head of machine design. All right. All right. So if I reduce these things which are going to be there in SOM and TOM in theory of machine, the rest of the part have this margin of 4 to 6 marks. But remember, when you study it, do not use, as I said, do not use, when you study it, do not use the data book. Okay, we need to learn to study the machine design. We need to process the question. We need to solve the questions. We need to solve the questions. We need to solve the questions without using the data book. Okay. Okay, so what is the announcement today? What I am going to announce today? So from day after tomorrow, we are going to start theory of machine. We'll be starting theory of machine from day after tomorrow, that is 8th May. Okay, from 8th May. Timing will be 3:30 to 5 p.m. mostly. Okay, 3:30 to 5 p.m. Okay, and we do it every alternate day. We do it every alternate day for 3 months. Okay, we are going to follow for 3 months. So what we are going to get from here? So every day we'll be solving questions of each and every topic. Every day we are going to solve questions of each and every topic. We are not going to leave. Vishnu, SOM is already started, my dear. SOM is already started. Okay, SOM is already started. You can have a look at the channel. Okay, my dear. SOM is already started. Also, there is a free courses also running on the testbook.com. There I am taking on the website. Okay, so you can come and check there also. Okay, that is also a free course. Okay, no charges, nothing. Okay, no charges, nothing. Right? So SOM is also there. It is already started. So go and check the channel. Please subscribe it. So if you subscribe it, you get the notification so automatically. Alright. So what is I am going to do, how I am going to be involved in this exercise, I'll be dealing with this subject, theory of machine. Okay, from 8th May, the timing will be this, and we'll be doing it alternate day for 3 months. So what will be the approach? So we will be focusing on the good numericals. So introduction, it is not started, so it will start na bhai. Today this is also introduction only na. I haven't started the TOM today. It is an introductory session. From the next session I will be starting the theory of machine. In similar way, SOM as also, that was the introduction section that happened already. Now sir will start with the syllabus from the next session. Similarly, I will be starting this from the next session. Okay, right. Okay, so whenever is the next session, SOM will be started. No worries. Okay, okay. So SOM and TOM both are independent subjects. Okay, they are mostly independent. Although no subject is independent of mechanical engineering. Even in TOM you can apply thermodynamics also, right? In SOM also you can apply the thermodynamics. Siddharth sir is teaching that, if you are aware of it, on the textbook channel only. Right, right. So this approach, so almost HMT is taught by Pranshu sir. Very brilliant teacher he is. HMT की भयंकर फैकल्टी है भाई वो. ठीक है, HMT बहुत अच्छा पढ़ाते हैं. ठीक है, so please go for it. Please subscribe the channel. ठीक है. So in my content, if I talk about what I am going to do, so we'll be focusing upon brilliant questions, conceptual questions, concept plus questions. Okay. So if we require, if more time will be needed, we'll be doing that. And according to the feedback of yours, we'll be taking up the steps. Okay. So what I request you guys to be consistent. Okay, consistent, because one topic is related to other. Now, if you do not watch, if you do not come the to simple mechanism, I won't be able to explain you the velocity analysis. Then you will feel the confusion. Okay, so all what is expected from you to maintain the consistency. Do watch all the videos. Do subscribe with your friends. Do share. We'll be having the question answer sessions here. Question करेंगे, आंसर देंगे. ठीक है, फिर कॉन्सेप्ट पकड़ेंगे, कॉन्सेप्ट समझेंगे. ठीक है. So this will definitely going to help you boost your preparation. I promise you that. Okay, boosting your preparation. So today in the session, I told you the strategy. I tried to give you a glimpse on the syllabus. So, bit of in the next sessions we are going to start. In the next sessions we are going to start. In the next sessions we are going to start with the chapter wise, topic wise. We are going to meet every alternate day. So I hope that you will join. You will join the sessions. You will come. You will share the videos. You will share the information with your friends, so that everybody of your friend can also be benefited. Okay. Also, I would request you to go to the Testbook channel. There are so many things. We are HPCL batches running. HPCL examination is there. I know. I hope you guys are aware of. GATE batch is already started. GATE का batch already start हो चुका है, and it is running in full trust. Okay, पूरे trust में है. ठीक है, ठीक है. फीस बहुत कम है. After every session, we get to have the practice questions. We get to have the study. We get to have the study material, test series, quizzes. Everything is involved. Everything is included. So what I suggest, just go and watch few. We have demo videos there. We have a demo session. Currently, free gate strength of material is running there on the testbook.com. You go and check it there. Okay, definitely give it a try. Okay, so with this note, I would like to end this session. अभी session को end करेंगे. So if there is anything you guys want to ask me, I hope you like this session. So if there is anything you guys want to ask me about how we are going to proceed further, what will be the approach, कैसे करेंगे, क्या करेंगे, तो you can ask me. You can ask me. ठीक है? आप मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं. Please ask me if we have anything. Please ask me if we have anything to ask. Okay? So as I was saying, go and check the testbook.com. ऐप पे जाइए, वेबसाइट पे जाइए, check the reviews, check yourself, and then if you feel right, you may come on the proper way. When we join, so I'll show you a slide. ठीक है, बढ़िया ऑफर भी बढ़िया चल रहा है. So बेटा, you see, all teachers are very well qualified. ठीक है, सारे टीचर qualified है, experienced है. Right, so if we want to join, we can come and join on the website also. ठीक है, the link is there the link is there on the slide, ठीक है. 350 live classes are there, 350 live class है भाई, 7000 plus practice questions है, PDF notes है, टेस्ट है. So it is a whole solar pack, पूरा ही पैक है, and it is a very good, otherwise I won't recommend it. ठीक है, मैं रिकमेंड कर रहा हूँ, खुद रिकमेंड कर रहा हूँ. इट इज़ नॉट लाइक कि सर ऐसे ही रिकमेंड कर रहे हैं. योर फ्यूचर, योर कैरियर इज वेरी मच इम्पॉर्टेंट फॉर अस. ओके, सो यू कैन कम देयर एंड ज्वाइन. सो इन केस वी हैव अ डाउट, कोई डाउट हो, कुछ पूछना चाहते हो तो प्लीज़ डू आस्क मी. पूछ लीजिए, प्लीज़ डू आस्क मी, प्लीज़ डू आस्क मी. बताइए, बताइए अगर कोई ऐसी बात हो. So now I would say कि हमें बातें समझ में आ गई हैं. So now we are going to end this session. So thank you very very much. Thank you very very much. Thank you very much for listening to me. And again, we are going to start the syllabus Theorem machine. We are going to start from 8th May, day after tomorrow, from 3:30 to 5 p.m. And we are going to do it every alternate day for the next 3 months. So hope you will come online. I hope you will join, and definitely we are going to help you out in your preparation. So with this, thank you very much, and do not forget to like and subscribe. ठीक है, our channel, Testbook Gate channel. Please do like and subscribe it. So thank you very much, and definitely going to see you in the next YouTube session.